Hey, fellow comic book fans. Today we're talking about Gideon Falls number 7.
All right. Number 7 begins really the second arc in the Gideon Falls story, which is really just expanding the story. It seems to be becoming more and more complicated, expanding to, let's just say, different dimensions, temporal anomalies, time zones, or whatever, two different versions of Gideon Falls and some connection over some child that grew up to be Norton Sinclair. And it's creepy and mysterious as it ever was.
Yeah, you can say creepy again, and I'm sure Ben agrees with me.
Oh, hands down.
Because,
always creepy.
Tell you what, this one got me again. Got me.
Well, you were kind of getting used to it almost. And it definitely turned up the creep factor again on you.
So, the only thing that I noticed, or what I'm having a hard time with here with issue 7, I thought it was a really good issue, but coming after issue 6, which ended the first arc, which was totally just balls to the wall, it's like I want more of that now that I got a taste of it. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, but I think that it's just become a more expansive story. And I think that you also have to keep in mind the way the story is being told is pretty dramatic in the artwork as well. It's the same kind of thing that we often see with Jeff Lemire's work, is that there are interesting choices of how the panels are laid out, and how the pages are laid out, that the storytelling is inherent in both the art and the words. And there's just a lot going on here that's really clever and extremely well done. And then by the end of it, oh yeah, by the way, let me just poke you in the eye and make sure that you're really scared again.
Yeah, that's how they get you. But I think even though we didn't get that, crazy, Black Barn, we didn't get another one of those scenes here. I have something to look forward to now, because I really was impressed by that, and I'm sure we're gonna have more than one look inside that barn again before the series is through. But yeah, this one really worked well for me.
Agreed.
So aside from getting another scare, Ben, what'd you think?
Oh, happy to be back in it for sure. It's sticking with the same artwork kind of, and I mean it just works so well for this. I really enjoyed this one. I can't say any particular thing except for the creepy factor. More just the moving of the storyline along. I'm into this one. I like to keep moving forward, so I'm really enjoying that. So no qualms here. Pretty much it. Happy to be here. Thanks.
Yeah, exactly. I do want to learn more about Gideon Falls. Both Gideon Falls? Same Gideon Falls?
Alternate dimension, time travel. Yeah, who knows?
Who knows
at the moment? So
yeah,
very excited.
But I want more of each. Is there either of the storylines here for you guys? Is either one more appealing, or is it just the whole here?
I think it's one storyline connected by a child that ends up in a different version of the place he was born in, and there's this larger conspiracy that is creating these things, and then another conspiracy of trying to track down and prevent these things. But we haven't found out exactly who these people are thoroughly yet, but we are starting to know that they exist.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I mean, it's definitely still one storyline, even though they're kind of separated. I mean, I feel like in a way we're focusing on the older version of him. I guess not the father, the other what's his name, Norton. We're focusing a little bit more on him this issue, but I mean, so I'm into it. I'm into that one right now. It can change next issue.
I was gonna say, I feel like we've definitely gotten more Father Fred than we have of Norton. So yeah. I would like to see a little bit more time spent with Norton. Especially now, considering the position he winds up in at the end of this issue.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the organization that Father Fred is tied up in is the one that's investigating, preventing, or fighting against whatever the whole Blackborn thing is all about. And now Norton comes into the other side, the perpetrator side of it, and that's what we're going to find out about. And that's what I'm really excited about. I think that's a really fascinating thing that they're opening up right now.
You know what else I thought was interesting too? I've been kind of thinking of it. It was brought up here. The idea of putting the barn back together, right? Building the barn. And the pieces that Norton has, I can't imagine them doing anything. And I mean, he's been collecting these pieces for a long time here. And still, it's like, there's got to be so much more left of this barn out there. I'm just wondering if it's going to be one of those things where you just build the doorway, you know what I mean? Like, that's all that's necessary. Almost like the Beetlejuice draw the door on the wall thing,
Yeah, or get the edges on a jigsaw puzzle, and you got it all set.
I'm thinking that's what's going to happen here, but who knows? We'll just have to wait and see, right? But yeah, so that was Gideon Falls number 7. If you read the comic book or plan to read the comic book, let us know in the comments down below. Hit subscribe if you haven't already done so, and as always, check out thebrazenbull.com for more great comic book content. Until next time.
Adios.
Bye.